We had dramatic visuals coming in from inside a Ghaziabad court where chaos had erupted after an argument between the judges and lawyers. We are learning now the police had to be called in and lawyers were lathi charged. Some lawyers were also injured in this lathi charge. My colleague Ranveer is joining us on the broadcast here. He's getting us more on that. Ranveer, we had these visuals here on our TV screens here. Spat turned into huge chaos inside this courtroom. What really happened there?
Actually, an argument between judge and lawyer was going on in a bail petition, and that argument erupted into a hot talk between both judge and lawyers, and some other lawyers gathered inside the courtroom, and then the hot talk erupted into a scuffle between both the parties, and then police called, and police used baton on the lawyers who were protesting inside the courtroom, and that's why paramilitary also called in Ghaziabad court, and a complete chaos created inside Ghaziabad court. So a situation of law and order created in the courtroom, and that's why judge left his room and the lawyers are protesting in Ghaziabad court now.
We're learning that additional forces have been rushed to Ghaziabad court as well.
Yes, initially police was called and the situation was getting worse. Then paramilitary was also called and some CRPF men were seen inside the court premises, and they are trying to control the situation because the lawyers are protesting against the judge, and judge has left his cabin. So police along with paramilitary forces are there in Ghaziabad court, and the lawyers are protesting against the judge.
Okay, so you're saying that the situation continues to be tense at the moment.
Yes, obviously the lawyers are protesting, and that's why the situation is tense, and the cops are trying to control the situation now.
Okay. For the benefit of our viewers who've just joined in, take us through the series of events. What really transpired there? You've been telling us there was an argument that broke out between one lawyer and the judge, and after that a scuffle broke out. How did all of that really happen?
A petition was being heard in Ghaziabad court over a bail issue, and while the judge was discussing with the lawyers, and lawyer started arguing with the judge, and it became a hot topic between both the lawyer and the judge, and that's why it erupted into a chaos. And some other lawyers was also there, and they were protesting, and then other lawyers who were present in the courtroom, they also came inside the cabin and they started protesting, and a complete chaos created, and that's why police was called. And after police, they used baton, and after that to control the situation, police along with some paramilitary forces also called there to control the lawyers.
There is information, Ranveer, that there are many lawyers who are injured. Several lawyers have been injured.
Police used baton on lawyers, and that's why some lawyers received that baton charges, and that's why they got minor injuries, but there's no report of any major injury to any lawyers.
No major injury. That's what you're telling us, all right. Meanwhile, that's the latest coming in. These are visuals of this scuffle that broke out inside the Ghaziabad court that are coming in at the moment. Additional forces have also been called in. We're learning, my colleague Ranveer has been informing us that the situation continues to remain tense on the ground. At the moment, the police had to use lathi charge, and the lawyers lawyers, all of them had gathered after this argument broke out, and scuffle, of course, after this argument, a scuffle broke out, and the police had to use lathi charge in order to douse the situation. But Ranveer, we can see the policemen here in this video holding chairs in their hands. Lathis, of course, can be seen in their hands. They're holding chairs also and trying to hit the lawyers. What more information about that?
Actually, inside the cabin, the lawyers were there, and they were protesting against coming of police inside the cabin, and the scuffle between police and lawyers, and that's why police used some chairs to protect themselves also, and then used baton on the protesting lawyers, and then the lawyer, they also gather in the court premises, and they are protesting against the judge as well as the police and paramilitary forces. The situation is chaotic now.
So are you saying that the lawyers here, they are still inside the cabin of the judge?
No, they have been evacuated from that cabin, but they are angry, and that's why they are protesting against the situation which was erupted after the argument between the judge and a single lawyer. But now a group of lawyers, they are protesting inside the court premises, and the situation is obviously tense now. But police and paramilitary forces, they are trying to control the situation.
And how many lawyers, if you could confirm for us, or the key, initial inputs that are coming in about the situation, how many lawyers are said to be injured in this incident?
There is no clear report about any injury because police is not in a situation to say that exact number, that how many lawyers got injuries. But the situation, the police is primarily they are trying to control the situation. So the situation is tense, and they are trying to control it. And police, along with paramilitary forces, they are here in the Ghaziabad court.
This is a one-of-its-kind situation, Ranveer. Really, these visuals that are coming in from inside the Ghaziabad court, this is something that never really happens, or we never really get to see such a situation happening inside the court. This is unprecedented. Have the UP government authorities also taken note of it?
A courtroom is a place of discipline, as well as it is a place where law takes its course. But now the scuffle between judge, who is on the top chair in the courtroom, and the argument between the judge and lawyer started, and that's why the situation is uneven, obviously. But due to the chaos, the police is inside the court premises, the paramilitary forces are there, and the protesting lawyers are demanding some action. But there is no one who can exactly say that how many lawyers got police baton and how many lawyers got injuries. But the situation is obviously tense in Ghaziabad.